Professor Douglas, thank you so much for joining us today. Your presentation touches on a very serious but somehow touchy topic, particularly in the African community. You talk about male circumcision. Talk to us about your research, your findings, and interventions.
Oh, thank you, Andy, for this opportunity. I think before we start, let me just convey my gratitude to the Vice Chancellor, Prof Sonya, to the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Prof Triche, and also the Postgraduate Directorate, headed by Prof Nanywa, for actually allowing this opportunity. Actually, this is the beginning of what we have been, researching all along related to this topic. Yes, it is a sensitive, it is a serious problem in the Eastern Cape. You see, when you see deaths, reported in the media, young boys of 12 years to 18 years, it raises some questions, and it becomes very, very, sensitive to many viewers and listeners. The topic related to circumcision, we started the topic some years back in Walter Sisulu. I think we started if I recall very well, in 2007. How many years now from 2007 till now? Some years. Yeah, the thing was, it started with a problem. Started with the problems, as I've said, statistics, mortality statistics of boys. Remember, from 1995 to 2005, the media reported 326 deaths of boys, excluding those who were injured in the form of having some amputations. Then in 2006 to 2013, we reflected some statistics of about 400 and something deaths, if I may call, but I've got my record. I don't have them with me now. With some complications of amputations. What is killing the boys? Epidemiologically, according to health sciences, because I'm from the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences in the Department of Public Health. In our health sciences research, deaths are caused by diseases, by problems. We actually diagnose, deaths, even whether it's a natural death or unnatural, but we diagnose. So these deaths are caused by gangrene, sepsis, dehydration, and sometimes assaults in the bush there. But, when it comes to cultural perspective, community perspective, point of view, it's death is the end product. It's the end product. Actually, in circumcision, the problem actually is how it is conducted in recent years, the people who are conducting it. And to be honest, culturally, the custodians of custom, because traditional male circumcision is regarded as a custom. Listen, according to them, they say no, our custom is not handled according to what we know. And we know as people of the province, I'm one of them. We know, and we have gone through all these processes ourselves. There was no death reported as like this in the 1980s, particularly, starting from 70s, 80s. 80s. It's new, it's relatively new. There's something wrong that is happening. The people who are doing, circumcision, even the chiefs are crying about it, are inexperienced. Young people, unemployed, poverty-stricken. Some of them are from prisons. They conduct the custom, and then with the aim of generating some money. That's where the problem is. And the way they do it, they are very offensive to parents, to elderly people. They insult elderly people, the people who are doing this. You talk about it, then you insult the elderly people. So that's why it is sensitive, because there is a component of culture, There's a component of health. There's a component of violating values here. There are social determinants, poverty, unemployment, crime, Even the syllabus. When we interview the boys who are from there, even if they are healthy, when you look at them, they are not healthy because there is an inculcation of values which were not there before. Boys are indoctrinated with some values that parents are not happy about it. And one of the participants whom we interviewed, particularly myself, I interviewed that participant. He said, there is absence of fathers in the bush there. That's why when they come from those, even school boys, because these are school boys from 12 years to 18 years, when they come from there, their behavior is already changed. They are behaving very, very badly. They now don't respect parents. They now, smoking. Some of them were not smoking before. They are now drinking. And they go to school with that kind of behavior. Even teachers at school are complaining about this. They are raping, they are violent to girls. Even this gender-based violence now is also attributed to that kind of behavior. Who is teaching them? Those attendants. There are traditional attendants who are teaching this syllabus in the bush, the youngsters,
So, Prof, given this complexity and the problems that you have just outlined, what are the possible interventions?
Thank you very much, Andy, for that question. It's a very important question. Intervention. I'm here for intervention. And, according to our research, we use methodologies. We know in health we have got clinical trials, experimental trials for treating diseases. But this kind of a problem is beyond that, very complex. So when we gather today, we said, no, this is a combination of mixed, and it's a mixed method, a combination of quantitative and qualitative. Now we have to listen carefully, even to the community members. What is it? What is it that is wrong? Then that information now gives us clue of what kind of methodologies can we use. And some of them are unprecedented. It's for the first time that we do them. For example, participatory action research. We work with the community members to solve the problem. For example, we started at Libode with Chief Bangani under the leadership of King Damaso. There were a lot of deaths, especially in 2009 and that time. But when we embarked on participatory action, the same year the statistics went down to zero at Libode, because we wanted to find out who are the who are participating in this, who are actually involved, and then we targeted individuals, the role players. And then we said, no, those years we were highly involved with workshops. For example, how to prevent dehydration. It's simple to prevent dehydration. You give a boy water to drink before it complicates. But the people who are not experienced, they say, don't drink water for 7 days. Don't drink. It's custom. They hijacked the custom, actually. That's the thing. Actually, the participants are saying so. It's not me who's saying so. The beauty of qualitative research and then action participatory methodology is that you listen from the people. How do they want the problem to solve it? What are their methodologies? Their own method. You can say it's subjective. How can we listen to the lay people? But they know. Then we amalgamate those, we integrate those methodologies with health methodologies in the form of health promotion perspective. That is preventive. preventive. We bring them in groups, we bring them in, even boys. I'm starting with that now. Boys, they go there without knowing what is happening in the bush. Actually, to them, it's just they are ambushed with death without knowing. Bavele nje baqutshulwe nje kukufa abantwana bayazi uba iyabulala le nto. To them, it's the pride of the nation. If I get circumcised, then I'll be a man. Then hijackers now, they say, come, boys. When they are from school, come on, boys. We are going to make you men. Parents are not aware. That's the problem. So it needs participatory action. Even the chief, there are chiefs, very, 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 respected chiefs whom we interviewed, like Umkani Undamas and then King Matanzima. He's late now. But we used to have at a national level and the provincial level meetings with them. Meetings with Contralesa, with the chiefs, will give you exactly what you want when it comes to participatory action research. Sizayisolva njani le nto bootata bam? Makusuke bazathi makusuke abantu abangayaziyo le nto. Uthi uchief ngangomhlaba eMathanzini. Niyazi njengoba silapha nje kule seminar, utsho ngo-2009, abantu ababulala abantwana bethu bakwalapha, but they are not aware about they are killing our children. They are not aware, some of them. So it means that all of us were involved in this. So the complexity now, we break it into pieces by acknowledging the roles.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, Prof, because I just want you to touch on the role of stakeholders, particularly traditional leadership, in addressing these challenges, in particular deaths of young initiates. If you could just please elaborate on that.
Okay, we use some methodologies to include chiefs with the action that needs to be taken. The chiefs, you actually, the meetings that we conducted led up to legislation, modification of the legislation. There is a new bill which is called Customary Initiation Bill. That bill stipulates exactly what are the expectations of the chiefs. The chiefs are regarded as the custodians of the customs, and that respect should be actually granted to them. So what they say, number one, when children are going for circumcision, the parents should know about it. And then the age of the boys who are going for circumcision, they should be 18 years and above. And all those sections are in that bill. They are there, stipulated accordingly. And then the people who are involved, the roles of the people who are involved, because in this province, Eastern Cape, and even in Limpopo, more than 92%, or even, up to 95%, they prefer circumcision to be done traditionally. So if they say so, we are custodians. We want actually to eliminate that. Let us be involved in how to do it. You as doctors, you as clinicians, teach us how to do it. Then we are going to do it. We don't want you to be surgeons, because we don't want to do it in the hospital. We want the knowledge of the doctors, of the surgeons there in the bush. It's ours. Actually, they say we want ownership. The custom is ours. And then after that, we want sustainability. It should be there always. Now we say 2030. It resonates well with our vision in Walter Sisulu University. So should we do that? I can tell you we are going to even achieve the vision of our university, Walter Sisulu University.
Sure, Prof. This is a very, very interesting topic. Unfortunately, because of time, we are unable to cover all the aspects. Okay. But thank you so much for your talk with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andy.